Hi, my name is Rebecca Helget, and I am an autism consultant for the Central Kansas Cooperative in Education. North Ottawa County, USD 239, is one of my 13 school districts that I do serve. However, I am very passionate about this school district because I have taught there for 12 years, and I also graduated from Minneapolis High School. And so I am honored to be able to explain to the public and give them a better understanding on the testing and assessments that we give our children each year. I remember when I used to ask the question, why are we testing our students so often? And now that I have a better understanding for that, I'm amazed at how many times I hear the public ask that same question. And through this presentation, I hope that I'm able to give you some insight and understanding on the testing that we do give our students yearly and give you a better understanding as to why we are giving those tests. Like a report card that we give our students quarterly, Adequate Yearly Progress, AYP, is our school's yearly report card from the No Child Left Behind Act. So when I think about what is No Child Left Behind, basically its statement is what it defines as. In the Bush administration in 2002, he signed a law that greatly increases the role of the federal government in public education. And the No Child Left Behind Act aims to raise student achievement, improving teacher quality, making schools safer, and keeping parents involved. And in order to make AYP, a district or a school must meet three required areas: participation on the state assessments, performance rate on the state assessments, and an attendance-graduation rate. And each area has a targeted area that the school must achieve. Now, if we don't achieve in those areas, how is this going to affect our children? Well, students must meet a standard for the Adequate Yearly Progress. 95% of students must be tested, and within that area, there's several different subgroups. You have special education, English language learners, low-income students, and different ethnic groups. And, students must show an increased improvement on these test scores and maintain a high attendance rate in order to keep our school's results high in making achievement. What will happen if my school does not meet AYP? Well, they will get a warning. They'll get their finger slapped. However, there will be a specific plan that they will develop in order to make some improvement and work on achieving those goals in the future. Students also will be given the option to transfer to a higher performance school if that is a possibility. It's a lot of pressure on school administration because after 4 years not making AYP, they may lose your job. However, the accountability that the administrators will hold on their staff is tremendous, and it definitely is going to help in improving state assessment scores. The ISLIC standards that I have used throughout this presentation is ISLIC standard number 2, an educational leader promoting success of every student by advocating, nurturing, and sustaining a school's cultural and instructional program conducive to student learning and staff professional growth. ISLIC standard number 3, an educational leader promotes the success of every student by ensuring management of the organization, operation, and resources for a safe, efficient, and effective learning environment. ISLIC standard number 4, an educational leader promotes the success of every student by collaborating with faculty and community members, responding to diverse community interests and needs. And standard 5, an educational leader promotes the success of every student by acting with integrity, fairness, and in an ethical. Here is a breakdown on the district assessment demographics for USD 239. The enrollment currently is 625 students, and that includes grades K through 12. As you can see, our gender rate, female to male ratio, ethnicity, which we aren't a very diverse school. We're very rural, so you can see that the white population definitely dominates. Economically disadvantaged. I believe, if you look at this, 36%, we do have a high rate of economically disadvantaged. The attendance rate, as you can see, 239 to the state. We are definitely above and achieving in those areas. Graduation rate, we are also achieving above the state's requirement in that area. We are given the state assessment. So who are the students that are taking these state assessments? As you can see up here, grades 3 through 8 are taking the reading and math assessment, and grade 11. Science and writing are broken down and distributed differently, but grades 3 through 8 all take reading and math. How are they graded? It's broken down from exemplary to academic warning, and I will be sharing this presentation with you, broke down grades 3 through 11. Here are the results for the 2008-2009 state assessment results. Reading and math, we have the proficient and the percentage of students being tested. The target rate for the proficient of reading was 76.7. For math, you can see right here, it's 70.5. All students within the district met both the reading, right here, and the math proficient rate goal. Free and reduced lunch met in both reading and in math. Students with disabilities were below in both areas. Remember, you have to achieve mastery level in the 3 required areas. Participation, all areas made it. Performance, students with disabilities subgroup did not make it. Attendance and graduation rate were definitely achieved in those areas. However, in order to make AYP, you must meet all of the 3 following areas. And the subgroup students with disabilities did not. So during the 2008-2009, USD 239 did not meet standards. Here is a breakdown from grades 3 through 11th grade, showing you the exemplary, exceeded standards, met standard, approaching, and academic warning scores. USD 239 does have a plan for improvement. This will begin this fall 2010. The school district has an MTSS team both at the elementary and the high school level. The MTSS team is made up of the school administrator, title, special ed, a regular ed teacher, and this person in charge of curriculum. They have worked with staff very closely in educating them. They also have a Smoky Hill representative who comes in and makes visits with staff, faculty, and the individual team itself. This year, they have already identified the students that will be in Tier 1, 2, and 3. Reading blocks will be 90 minutes uninterrupted and 60 minutes uninterrupted for math. Bi-monthly assessments will be taking place. Progress monitoring will be ongoing daily. They also have implemented an after-school program on Tuesdays and Thursdays for students that are at risk, and it's been very important for the staff to be trained and understand how it is going to be accomplished and how it's going to make a difference within our school district. It's been very, very important for the school to look at what's preventing students from learning. And so if you would just like to take a little bit of time and look at some of these, I'll read a few over and then you can read them on your own after the presentation. But the school culture doesn't foster shared responsibility for all kids' learning. These things have been looked at closely. It's the coarse and fine grain that is making a difference in students' education. What can you do? We highly encourage parents and community members to get involved in your child's education. Volunteering, coming in and assisting with different resources that you may help is beneficial, and you are welcomed with open arms. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this presentation. I hope that you've have a little bit more insight on state assessments and the preparation that we do, our plan for improvement. We definitely appreciate the community support. We may not have it all together, but together we definitely have it all.